Hi everybody. On March 16th, 2018, I uploaded a video that was called How to Taper a Man's Dress Shirt. Now, this video did very well and people liked it, but I've gotten a few comments letting me know that people either weren't interested in doing that kind of work, or that it was too difficult, or they just didn't want to, but they still want to alter their own clothes. So I began to give that some thought, and I decided that I'm going to start making videos for these people who can't or just don't want to put in all that work and go through all the little details that I enjoy. So I'm going to create a playlist called Easy Peasy. So if you want to find these videos, look up or search YouTube for Easy Peasy Angela Woolsey. I'm hoping that it'll be easier for you to find those videos of mine and not every other video that might be called Easy Peasy with initials. I'm just putting my whole name in there. And that way, as time goes along and I put more videos up, you don't have to search through all of those. So Easy Peasy Angela Woolsey, and I hope you guys like this. Now, this video is how to taper a man's dress shirt, easy peasy. Now, before I showed you how to do a flat felled seam where you undo everything and you put everything back the way it was. And it can be difficult and time consuming and tedious, but some of us like it and some of us don't. So in this video, I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. One is a little less difficult and one is simply easy peasy. So be sure to stay for both tutorials. And before we get started, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and when you're finished, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to share this video. Let's get started. Okay, I have my shirt laid out, and on the side seam on your flat felled seam, you're going to have two lines of stitching. I'm going to lay the fabric or my shirt along that fold of the flat felled seam. I'm going to lay it out and I'm going to mark my shirt. So if I want to take up an inch or come in an inch on my shirt, the first thing I'm going to do is mark my new side seam or where I want it to be. And this would be a lot to take up, but we're going to do it anyway. I might have to use the yellow. This is not showing up. Now we're going to take this up all the way up through the armhole and end it at the cuff, but we're not going to take up the cuff. And if you don't have this ruler, you need to get one. These are amazing. I like them because they have so many different measurements right through here. It is clear, and then they even have the holes here, and that's a whole new reason to get it. I've used those for so many things, like making circles. Okay. Now up here, I'm going to taper it off. I'm going to tape it right to the seam, and then up here I'm going to go to an inch, so you can already see it tapering without having to do too much guessing. Okay. Now you'll need to pin it because the marks are not on the other side, and you want to make sure that your fabric doesn't shift. It doesn't have to be really close. Now here, if you can feel both sides, make sure they're aligned because you want those seams to intersect correctly. And just keep doing this and pin on the chalk mark because you don't want to pin too close to the area that you'll be working. And then obviously here, pin back away from the chalk mark. Just make sure all this stuff is flat and there's no folds on the underside. Okay, now the next thing you do is you take this seam out right here, just right where the fabric goes into the cuff, right around that side seam, because you'll need to take this out. And then down here, you take out your hem, like I said, just right around here. You need to open it beyond your inch on each side, since that's where you'll be sewing. This is a very tiny roll to hem. Okay. Okay, now that you have your hem taken out, you need to take out these 2 stitching lines from the hem all the way down to the cuff. It looks like that thread's going to come from this side. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay. Okay. Now you take out the second one. Now it's all come undone, but you're still okay because you have your pins in place. Now you can take this and you press it out if you want to. If not, you can actually go straight to your machine. Now I have a serger, so what I would do, sorry about that, I don't realize how far my camera is from me. I can take my serger, and because I have a 2 needle serger, that one actually sews, the other one is used for the finishing off the edges. I can sew from here with my left needle on the chalk mark all the way down, and my shirt is finished. I just have to tuck it back into the cuff and hem the bottom. However, if you don't have a serger, you take your machine and you sew right on the chalk mark all the way down, then you trim it off, and then you could finish the edges a couple different ways. Most machines have a overlock type stitch that you can do to finish off the edges, or you could just zigzag it. Okay, I had to go to the ironing board and press out my side seams because they were driving me nuts. So this is where we're at. Now that my seams are pressed out, I am going to just use a regular sewing machine because I'm not going to assume that everybody has a serger. Right here, you can see, even if you don't chalk mark it, you can see where your seam needs to be by where the fold is of the cuff, because that has to fit back in there. So right here on the fold, you're going to start there and follow your chalk mark all the way down the shirt. And I'm using a straight stitch at 2.5 in length. Okay, now that you've got that sewn, you need to go back and with your scissors trim off this excess right here, because that is a lot of fabric. Okay, to finish these side seams, you could either do a zigzag, any of these, or F. I'm going to do the F. That's just going to try and keep all those threads together. These are all the stretch stitches, and I don't need to use those. I'm going to try an F and see what that looks like, and I'll show you. Again, I don't use these stitches very often because I do have a serger, so I will edge them with an F and let you know what it looks like. Okay, this is what the F stitch looks like. And then down here, I did just a regular zigzag, and that's what that looks like. So either one of these will be fine. Okay, now to finish up our shirt, all you need to do is tuck your side seam back into your cuff like this, and just go over that area and close it up with just a straight stitch across the area you just worked on. And that's it for the cuff. Now, you'll see I'm using 2 different color threads. It's because my supply is getting low and I will be shopping today. So there it is. That's closed up. Go down to the hem of your shirt and you do the same. Now this right here, it's going to be a little uneven because we took it up so much. What I'm going to do is you just need to make sure that these are even here. I'm just going to gradually just kind of snip this until it's even at the seam. And then you just refold it and stitch it down. And that's it. All right, guys, that is it. Don't forget to press those seams and your shirt is finished. But if this is still too much and you just don't want to go through taking the seams out and all that, this is another way you can do it. I'm going to start at the, you can see I kind of started it here, but my video stopped. So you just fold it, and I'm folding it where I can actually see this area right here, because I want to make sure I clear both lines of stitching. So if you want to take it up and you don't want to have to worry about taking out seams or whatever, just start at the hem. You don't have to take your hem out. I try to make sure that the hem is aligned. But you know, not everybody cares what it looks like on the inside, on the outside, or at the hem. Everybody's different. Everybody's skill level is different. but just because you can't do the hard stuff doesn't mean you can't do your alterations anyway. So start here, back stitch, and follow the marks that you put in here. Either way, you're going to have marks on your shirt to show how much you're taking in. So chalk mark it or pin it and just go with it like this. So follow it all the way up. If you want to end it under the underarm seam, then you can end it before that or take it all the way up to the cuff. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to show you how to do it just under the underarm seam. Okay, so we're coming up to it, and the reason why I'm doing this is because the way it's going to look on the outside doing it this way, it's nicer when you do the transition right under the armhole. That way people can't see it, because it's not going to look as nice as if you went through all the other work. So you just take it here, and you gradually just go off. I'll turn it to the back so you can see the stitching. There it goes right off. It's right under the armhole. Now, as long as you don't take up too much on the sides, you can actually leave this alone. My stitching is right here, and then this right here is where the flat felled seam starts. But if you were to take in an inch, this would have to be trimmed off, because it wouldn't lie flat on the outside, and it would be kind of puckering, and it just would not hang well. So that's all you would need to do if you're just, you know what, I really don't care about taking the side seams out, I just want to take up my shirt. Or if you're in a hurry, this is a quick way. Hi everybody, I hope you liked that video. I hope one of those things works well for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that bell so you're notified when I upload more videos. Thanks, bye.